Right. So as part of our guideware building, we must be knowing about delinquency and as well as dunning, because these are the two major topics. Part of guideware building center we must be good with. In regard to that, first of all, we must be knowing about what is delinquency and what is dunning stands for. Delinquency is a state of account when there is any financial obligation is not met. For example, someone has to pay the premium on time. Okay, so renewal date is so and so. Within the renewal date, if the customer has not paid, automatically it will be converted into delinquency status. From there onwards, insurer can provide a month time or so. Within the time, customer has to pay if there is any if there is any charges or something applicable. So this is what we call it as delinquency or delinquency plans we call it as. Whereas when it comes to the dunning, nothing but this is a kind of systematic process of communicating with customers. So wherein to collect the past due payments. Means let's say a customer has not paid the premium on time. So where the due date has crossed. In that time, wherein whenever we are working on the billing part, guideware billing. So there is a process that we need to initiate of communicating with the customer, wherein by sending reminders to the customer about the bill payment which they are supposed to pay, followed by the details that we have sent to the customer. We must ensure customer has to pay it on time, right? So we're in sending some reminders, initial first and second reminders and all. Finally, even that time, if customer has not paid, automatically that will be considered as cancelled. This is what we call it as dunning stands for. So these are the two major concepts whenever we are working on the dunning will be of generally. So whenever we try to understand about this delinquency plans and all, wherein we need to configure this, we need to configure the set of defined rules and regulations followed by the thresholds and all, and what are the different steps that are to be taken. Along with the delinquency process, there is any kind of instances of planning against any specific accounts of policies will be initiated. Along with that, when there is any kind of workflow steps that are involved in, so what are the actions that we must be taking? For example, sending notice to the customer stating that they are about to renew the policy, or if there is any applying of fees or any kind of initiate of cancellations, etc. Everything are being involved in it. So these are the major ones whenever we try to understand about the delinquency part and all that. And this is the life cycle of a delinquency, wherein it starts with triggering. Because whenever the system has identified any delinquency event, right? Let's say, for example, any branch processings when the customer has not paid the payment, okay, on the due date and all. So custom insurer will provide a grace period for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month. So next about the execution part, right? So where in execution, where we have to update the system, follow the delinquency plan assigned to the account, wherein we have an inception first. Inception is the first stage. In this inception stage, first we need to update the first notice sent to the late payment fee applied. That is the first one. Second, about the escalation, where second notice will be sent so that internal activities are created for collectors, etc. The third one is about the final action, where notice of intent to cancel the issued policy, etc. Everything will be involved in. So these are the three different steps that are involved whenever we try to execution the delinquency plans and all. Whereas when it comes to the dunning actions are concerned, dunning action notices will be classified into multiple parts. One is about automated documents, because whenever we are integrating some billing center with any kind of documents, because we have separate documentation systems as separate, right? So that we can send emails or printing emails and all that stuff. Along with this, we have to configure the plan levels, which can be flat amounts or percentages based on the late fees that we are paying on. The third about automatic assignment of tasks to the specific roles, like some collection of supervisor reviews, wherein by performing the activities, etc., everything will be involved in. Finally, external notification, where we have to send messages to the agents or any third-party collection agents will be involved in. So these are the different dunning actions and notices will be involved in. So this is the overall structure one should be knowing and one should understand when you're talking about the delinquencies and as well as dunning and all that kind.